Good day everyone. This is your Vedic Astrology coach Rajat Kapoor and welcome to my channel The Legit Astrologer. In my channel I make videos on Vedic Astrology. I talk about transits and how these transits have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs. Today's video is about Mars or Mangal's transit in the Aries sign of Gemini. In case you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, share this video with your friends. In case you wish to book a personalized consultation with me, you can check out the link to my website and the process of reaching out to me. Mars or Mangal is moving out of the sign of Taurus, where it was conjoined with Jupiter or Guru, and it is entering the sign of Gemini on 26th of August. And this transit is going to last till 20th of October. So end of August, the whole month of September, and the first 20 days of October, Mars is going to stay in the Aries sign of Gemini. Mars is a fiery planet. The natural first house lord and the natural eighth house lord is moving into the very airy sign of Gemini, which is the dual sign in the natural third house of the natural zodiac belt or the Karpusha Kundli. Mars is also considered to be the Karaka of the third house or the significator of the third house, because third house naturally represents valor, courage, and Mars is the warrior. Third house represents efforts. It represents change, communication, also younger siblings, and Mars is the significator of younger siblings. This sign is ruled by Mercury or Buddha, though Mercury and Mars share an inimical relationship. So from that point of view, it is in an inimical sign, not the most comfortable position from Mars, but from a natural house perspective, it is in the house that it signifies. So it's a pretty strong position. And being a natural malefic, transiting in the natural third house of the zodiac belt, in most aspects, it is considered to be a positive transit before Mars goes into debilitation in the sign of Cancer. Now, Mars is a fiery planet. Gemini is an air sign. When fire comes in contact with air, it definitely increases the fire. So there's going to be a heavy fire element. As far as our energies are concerned, the key message is to channelize them. The natural first house lord is moving in the natural third house, which is the house of effort. So yourself and your efforts matter a lot. Your communication, relationship with younger siblings, change is going to be constant. This is also the natural eighth lord moving into the natural third house, which means transformation is coming into the house of effort. So any efforts that you take with regards to your transformation, that will be taken into account. It is also a natural Viparita yoga in transit, where the eighth lord is coming into the natural third house. So circumstances may go against you. There might be some sort of downfall, but eventually we will rise. During this transit, Mars will be aspecting three houses. It is going to have a fourth aspect on the sign of Virgo. It is going to have a seventh aspect on the sign of Sagittarius, and it is going to have a special eighth aspect on the sign of Capricorn. Besides the natural seventh aspect, which is only 50% aspect for Mars or Mangal, it has two special aspects, fourth from its position and eighth from its position. So it is going to be aspecting the sign of Virgo and the sign of Capricorn. So wherever this falls in your chart, you must pay careful attention to it. Mars's special aspects represent Raksha or protection. Its fourth aspect is all about what is being protected. So from a natural sense, the sign of Virgo or the natural sixth house is being protected, means your daily routine, deaths and diseases, health and wellness, your competition, what you do on a day-to-day basis. On a negative connotation, sixth house also represents your enemies of the mind, the battles that you fight on a daily basis in your life. Where this protection is coming from, this is coming from the eighth aspect of Mars, which is the sign of Capricorn. So the protection is coming from the natural 10th house, which is your workplace, your actions in the society, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis as far as your work is concerned, and what you do in order to survive and sustain yourself and your loved ones in this world. So your daily routine protection is coming from the workplace. So this is an excellent time, the month of September and early October. It's quite a good time to take some fruitful and long-lasting workplace related decisions. So any actions that you take, this is where your daily life, your health and well-being is going to be protected. Who's going to have the maximum impact? If you're running through the Dasha Antardasha of Mars, Mercury, you're likely to be impacted by this transit. In case you have any planets in the sign of Leo, in the sign of Virgo, sign of Sagittarius, and in the sign of Capricorn, you're likely to be impacted by this transit. In case you're running through Dasha Antardasha of Mercury, Jupiter, Rahu, or Saturn, you're likely to be impacted by this transit. Therefore, it will have an impact on a lot of people. Let's understand from a nakshatra point of view what's happening. Mars is making a transit in Mrigashira nakshatra. till 6th of September, which is its own nakshatra. So Mars is pretty strong till 6th of September. It's in an Aries sign, natural third house, and in its own nakshatra. During this time, wherever the sign of Capricorn falls in your chart is going to demonstrate some sort of positive results. On 6th of September, it moves in Ardra nakshatra, and it will stay in Ardra nakshatra till 29th of September. This nakshatra is ruled by Rahu. So wherever during this time the sign of Taurus and Gemini falls in your chart is going to demonstrate some sort of positive results, some sort of fiery energetic results. And then it is making a transit in Punarvasu nakshatra on 29th of September, and it was going to stay in Punarvasu nakshatra till the end of this transit, which is ruled by Jupiter. So wherever the sign of Cancer falls in your chart during this time is going to demonstrate some sort of positive results. It is time to put yourself to work. Bring in all your energy, enthusiasm, passion and firepower in efforts, in change, in communication, and starting a journey. That is also something which third house represents. Taking Guru Upadesha, blessings or message from your mentor, and doing things using your hands. Excellent time to put all your energy, enthusiasm in journaling, in working in the kitchen. So these are some of the things at a natural level which everyone can do. Let's now understand how this transit is going to have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs. At a physical level, you must read this transit from your ascendant sign. At a mental level, you can also read this from your moon sign. Let us start with Aries ascendants. For Aries ascendants, Mars is an important planet because it's your Lagna Lord. It's the Lord of the ascendant and Lord of the 8th house. It rules yourself, your body, your personality, vitality, who you are, your intelligence, your knowledge, and also the 8th Lord of longevity, sudden ups and downs, transformation, changes that are of a sudden nature, your in-laws, inheritance. All kinds of transformation is seen from the 8th house. This Mars is making a transit in your 3rd house in the sign of Gemini. Your first Lord is coming to the 3rd house. Efforts are inevitable. Put all your energy, enthusiasm and your firepower in your communication. Time to learn something new. So the 3rd and the 9th axis where Mars is making a transit represents the start of the journey, and this is what something you could take during this time. If you go on a spiritual journey, or journey would also mean starting something new, because this is also the house of change. It is the house of growth because this is one of the Upachaya Bhavas. So any efforts that you take which are for your own self to improve and enhance your intelligence, to improve your body, your vitality, make sure that you work out, exercise each and every day. You try to stay as active as you can. You also use your hands while working out or working in the kitchen or working at your home or doing something or the other. If not, you can start journaling. That is a good way to make use of hands, and particularly right hand, in case you write from your right hand. Okay, so this is a potential remedy for you during this time. See, Mars is aspecting your 9th house by its 7th aspect, which is a mere 50% aspect. So this could indicate a start of journey. You must take some Guru Upadesha, blessings from your mentor, and this mentor could be someone who is very fiery nature. Okay, some Mangal or Mars like qualities. So make sure that you take their advice and you take into account that advice. Mars is going to be aspecting your 6th house by its special 4th aspect. So your daily routine is being protected, your deaths and diseases are being protected, your health and well-being is being protected. Competition, you're likely to surpass competition, so that is something which is being protected. Your job is being protected. This protection is coming from your 10th house, which is the house of work, your karmas, your actions that you do. So workplace related change is inevitable. Certain key decisions could be taking place during this time. You're likely to be supported by your colleagues, seniors, so make sure you reach out to people, make sure you communicate, use all your energy, passion, but be mindful of the fact that you do not turn out to be aggressive to other people. So watch your tone, watch your speech. These are the only remedies that I have. Use your hands, watch your tone, watch your speech, keep yourself hydrated during this time, right? Overall, it's a great transit for you, considering Mars is a significator or Karaka of the 3rd house, and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Taurus ascendants. For Taurus ascendants, Mars plays an important role. It is the ruler of his 7th house and 12th house. It rules relationships for you. So from a relationship point of view, Mars or Mangal plays a very important role. It could make or break relationships. It is the lord of your 7th house, the house of people who are opposite to you. It's the Jaya Bhava, which means peace and war, love and war, harmony and opposition. There are two meanings of this house. This house represents all the people who are opposite to you, your partnership, relationship, the agreements that you do, your marriage, your spouse, and your 12th lord of higher self-consciousness, losses, expenditure, your overall self-awareness, your ability to give and help others, your sleep and all kinds of bed comforts, the place where you take rest when you work out all through the day. This Mars is making a transit in your second house in the Aries sign of Gemini. So, at a natural level, your spouse is going to be benefited by this transit in case of new wealth creating opportunities. So, this is going to have a positive impact as far as your spouse is concerned. You will overall see a rise in your family income. Okay, so this is something which it signifies. Now, a lot of expenditures moving into the house of wealth. So, your expenditure are naturally going to rise during this time. But when expenditure rises, you do make some sources of income. So, you're likely to create an additional source of income during this time and make sure that you work towards it. In case you're running through a business, you can get into some contracts, some payments could come that have been deferred, that have been delayed during this time. One of the things that you have to be mindful of is your speech. Okay, make sure that you are not aggressive, you are not authoritative, keep your ego aside, channelize the fiery energies of Mars appropriately, have plenty of water, think before you speak. This is the ultimate remedy for you. And the other thing is you have to take care of your family relationships, relationships with all the members in your family and of course your wider family as well. This is something which you have to ensure during this time. There is some relationship karma which is very fiery nature during this time which you have to take care of. Mars is going to be aspecting your 5th house by its 4th aspect. So, your future is being protected, your children is being protected, your progress is being protected. You must use mantras during this time for this protection. Any mantra, it could be related to your 5th lord, it could be related to Venus or Mars itself. It's aspecting your 8th house by its 7th aspect, which is just a 50% aspect, but the 8th aspect is on the 9th house. This protection is coming from your dharma, your fortune, father or father figure or a guru, also your higher learning. So, you need to learn in order to ensure that your future is protected. Excellent time to pick up a course and put all your energy and enthusiasm in learning about things that are related to either your business or if this subject can help you become more self-aware. This is the key for this transit. Overall, I consider this as a mixed transit for you. Take care of your speech and watch what you eat during this time. Have plenty of water all through the transit, and for this I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Gemini ascendants. What's happening with Gemini ascendants as far as Mars' transit in the sign of Gemini is concerned? Mars is coming in your 1st house. But this is your 6th lord and the 11th lord. So, Mars does not have a very good lordship as far as Gemini ascendants are concerned. This is your 6th lord of daily routines, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, deaths and diseases, health and well-being, your enemies of the mind, competition, those people or things who oppose you. Mars also rules the 11th house, which is also the house of enemies, bigger enemies, because it is 6 from your 6th house. So, Mars has a lot of opposition as far as Gemini ascendants are concerned. It also rules gains of all kind for you, all the material comforts, your wider social network, your influencing skills, how you can be recognized in this world. This Mars is making a transit in your 1st house. This is an opportunity transit because Mars or Mangal would only come into your ascendant once in about an year and a half, and this is forming a Dhimanta yoga. Okay. Dhimanta yoga is when you have an opportunity to enhance your intelligence and you're going to say some of those things which others will find hard to understand because it will be very intelligent. Okay. It will demonstrate high amount of intelligence, right. So, this is a time to learn, this is a time to enhance and put your brain in good use. Use all your firepower, energy, enthusiasm on self-improvement, things that you can do for yourself. Fix your daily routine, exercise, work out each and every day. If you've been thinking of losing weight, getting back into track, this is an excellent time to put all your fiery energy in these pursuits. You can achieve and be successful in anything that you do during this time, considering if you have a favorable and a well placed Mercury in your chart. Look up to Mercury, do remedies related to Mercury. Mars is also forming a natural Dhan yoga during this time because this is coming in your ascendant, it's your 11th lord. So, you can have wealth creating opportunities, you can enjoy some luxuries and comforts of life over the next 1.5 months. You can also make similar purchases, of luxurious items. You could have some new job opportunity during this time because 6th house also represents job. Mars by its 4th aspect is aspecting your 4th house. So, your comfort is being protected, your mother, homeland is being protected. So, it will connect you somehow to your homeland or people within your homeland, or you would like to do things that make you feel happy, that make you feel content. That is something which is being protected. Your house is being protected, your vehicle, real estate. This protection is coming from your 8th house of transformation, sudden changes. It's quite a transformative time. So if you change, you will be more comfortable. You will start to enjoy more. You will start to put a lot more focus on your well-being because you will exercise, you will eat right, use all your firepower. And be very mindful of keeping the ego aside. Don't let this fiery energy get into your head and you start making some bad decisions. This is something which you have to be mindful of during this time. Mars is also aspecting your 7th house, which is a 50% aspect. So there's some relationship karma that you have to focus on during this time. Put your energies there and avoid any kind of quarrels with your partner during this time. Overall, it's a good transit, it's an opportunity transit for you, and I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Cancer Ascendants. For Cancer Ascendants, Mars is a Yoga Karaka or an extremely favorable Graha. It's your 5th Lord and 10th Lord. Lord of future, progress, children. It's one of the most important trinal houses. Mars also rules corruption for you. It rules everything about future and your creativity, your love. It is also your 10th Lord, the Lord of career, profession, your actions in the society, what you do in order to survive and sustain in this world, your work. That's most important. It's one of the most important Kendra houses. This Mars is making a transit in the 12th house. In the 12th house, it's not the most comfortable position for Mars, okay, because this is where it feels very low. But there could be some change as far as your job is concerned, as far as your career is concerned, and as far as your future is concerned. So the initial days of this transit, there could be some uncertainty. There could also be some hospital visit. So make sure that you get a routine checkup. Make sure you take care of your health during this time. There could be some losses as far as work opportunities or your job is concerned. So I would say that you avoid taking any major decision during this time. Use your energies to enhance your spirituality because there is spiritual growth during this time. Your energy, firepower, put them in spiritual practices. Connect with the nature, practice yoga, do some meditation, connect with the Almighty, whoever you believe in during this time. Give, donate to those who need. Work for the welfare of armed forces or people who are working in the armed forces. Work towards the welfare of the general public. Work towards the welfare of patients and donate and do some charity in hospitals during this time. Your future will be protected, okay, if you do some of these deeds. So you need mantras during this time really to channelize these energies. Mars is your 5th Lord. Use mantras related to Mars. Worship Lord Hanuman during this time. This could be extremely beneficial for you, or you could also use a Narsimha mantra because the deity associated to Mangal or Mars is Lord Narsimha. Now this Mars is aspecting your 3rd house by its 4th aspect. So change is being protected, your younger siblings, your effort is being protected. So any efforts that you take will count for, will not be wasted during this time, okay. And this protection is coming from a 7th house. Your spouse, your partner, those people who are opposite to you, they will play a very important role because this is the 8th aspect of Mars, a special aspect. They will play a very important role in your protection. Make sure that you listen to them. Make sure you improve your relationship with your partner or your spouse, and this will help you really sail through this transit, and this time should really pass through, okay. So overall, it's more of a mixed transit for you. Expect some workplace related change and stay energized, be more self-aware during this time, and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Leo Ascendants. For Leo Ascendants, Mars is a favorable Graha. It is a Yoga Karaka Graha, one of the most favorable planets because it rules one of your Kendra houses, your 4th Lord, and also your 9th Lord, which is your Bhagyesha, Lord of Fortune, father figure, long distance journeys, higher learning. Mars also rules your 4th house, which is the happy and comfort space, your Sukha Bhava, where you feel most happy, most protected, most satisfied, your mother, homeland, your assets, real estate, your possessions, what you possess in this world is seen from the 4th house, or the 4th Lord plays a very important role. This Mars is making a transit in the 11th house, the house of gains, material comforts, your wider social network, your ability to influence, your ability to be recognized in this world. This is an opportunity transit because this kind of transit only happens once in about an year and a half, where Mars or Mangal is coming in your 11th house. Being a natural malefic, it does very well from a placement point of view and from a transit point of view in the 11th house. and this is the Lord of Fortune, which is coming in the house of gains. Lord of satisfaction or happiness coming in the house of gains. So there is gain of happiness, there is gains of comfort, gain of real estate, vehicle. So there could be some decision that you might take in terms of buying and selling of assets, your possessions, to increase your income. Also, there could be some long distance journey that could bring some gains, that could bring some favors from people from other cultures. Your dharma will gain, will increase, your fortune is going to increase during this transit. So this could bring in workplace related success. This could bring in success with regards to your material wealth, with regards to possession of assets. This Mars is aspecting your second house by its fourth aspect. So your wealth is being protected, your family is being protected during this time. Okay. So it's quite important for you. Your speech is being protected. You will think and speak. Mars is also aspecting your fifth house by its seventh aspect, which is a 50% aspect, but at the same time, this is going to play a certain role as far as your future is concerned. You will be more futuristic during this time. Mars is aspecting your sixth house by its eighth aspect. Your daily routines, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, is going to protect your wealth. You will take some financial decisions, some financial management during this time. Invest in long-term investments, invest in assets, because if you buy some assets during this time, you will have long-lasting benefits and results, and this is something which you must do during this time. Connect with your friends, take advice of your friends during this time. This could be one of the remedies for you. Use mantras either of Jupiter or Mars during this time to take maximum benefits of this transit, and I wish you the very best. It's a favorable transit for you. Now let us talk about Virgo ascendants. For Virgo ascendants, Mars is your third lord and the eighth lord, so it does not have very good lordships. It is the lord of change, efforts, valor, courage, younger siblings, okay, also the house of lust. It is the lord of eighth house, which is transformation, longevity, hidden things, research related subjects, sudden ups and downs in life. Okay, it rules this dusthana. So it does not rule very good houses, but this Mars is making a transit in your 10th house, and Mars gains directional strength or is Digbali in the 10th house. So there is a lot of firepower that is coming in your 10th house, and it is a blessing for the next little over 1.5 months that this Mars is making a transit, which is an opportunity as far as workplace is concerned, because Mars is at work. Change is inevitable as far as your workplace is concerned, as far as your transformation is concerned. You could also learn Jyotish or astrology during this time, or any other hidden research related subjects where you have to dive deep as far as research is concerned. And this Mars is carrying blessings of the Digipala Devata. Okay. So this is quite a fortunate time for you. It is in good direction in case you're looking forward to change of job, change of workplace, or a role change within what you do. This could be a potentially favorable time. New businesses, new opportunities, startups, anything that you want to start during this time. Considering a Dasha, Antardasha, this could be a potentially favorable and a game changer time for you, because this Mars is aspecting your ascendant by its fourth aspect. So you are being protected during this time. Your health, well-being, your vitality, immunity, and this protection is coming from your fifth house, where Mars has the eighth aspect, from your future, from your children, from your decisions, from your progress, from your creativity and your love. This is where the protection is coming from. Mars is also aspecting your fourth house by its seventh aspect, 50% aspect. So certain decisions could be there as far as your comfort, your real estate, or relationship with the mother is concerned. So take care of your mom's health during this time. Overall, it's a great transit for you. It's a very progressive transit. It's a transit where you need to put your actions in work. When you're at your workplace, throughout the day when you're working, make sure that you're hydrated. You drink plenty of water, which will help you channelize these fiery energies of Mars all through the time. Exercise, work out, and take care of your stomach during this time. Overall, it's a positive transit, and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Libra ascendants. For Libra ascendants, Mars plays a very important role as far as family matters and relationships are concerned. It is your second lord, lord of accumulated wealth, consumption, your storage space, what you have and how you share it with your loved ones, the storage, your family, your speech. Okay. Mars also rules your seventh house, which is the lord of partnership, marriage, relationship, those people who are opposite to you. It is the Jaya Bhava. It rules peace as well as war. This Mars is making a transit in your 9th house, which is a Dharma Bhava, fortune, long distance journeys. So, your second lord coming into the 9th house is a natural Dhan Yoga or wealth yoga in transit. It is a Lakshmi Yoga. So, considering your Dasha, Antardasha, both you and your spouse can gain wealth. There is an increase of fortune. There is also some karma as far as relationship is concerned during this time. So, make sure that you protect your relationship. Make sure that you tend to be loyal in your relationship. Your 3 and 9 axis is pretty much active during this time. Change is coming. Journeys are inevitable. Journey could be starting something new. Be the protector of your dharma. Put all your energy, enthusiasm, firepower in your dharma, in what you believe, your religion, that could also be there. Fortune will have a lot of fire. Whether it will be favorable or not will depend on your ongoing dasha, antardasha. You must get advice of your mentor, guru during this time, and make sure that you channelize those energies appropriately. Okay, because your 9th house is pretty much active, your 3rd house is also pretty much active during this time. This Mars is aspecting your 12th house by its 4th special aspect. So, your self consciousness is being protected, your losses are being protected. So, Mars will protect you from any loss or any unnecessary expenditure during this time. So, make sure that you are not impulsive as far as your expenditure is concerned, and this protection is coming from your 4th house, your happy space, your mother. She will play a very important role in protecting your expenditure, your homeland, and things that make you feel happy and content, your hobbies. So, make sure that you spend enough time for your own well-being during this time. Overall, I consider this as a good transit for you. Fortune is favorable. In case you put energies out there, you can also create a secondary source of income for yourself, and for this I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Scorpio ascendants. For Scorpio ascendant, Mars is an important planet because it's your Lagna lord, lord of your ascendant, the ruler of self, intelligence, your knowledge, your vitality, your immunity, who you really are. This is all about your intelligence and your body. It is also your 6th lord. So, one lordship is of a Dusthana, which rules your daily routine, competition, deaths and diseases, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, your health and well-being. Your intelligence and job is also seen from the 6th house. It is the house of growth. This Mars is making a transit in your 8th house of transformation, longevity, sudden ups and downs, sudden changes. This is also creating a Viparita yoga in transit. Circumstances could go adverse. Eventually, you will rise. This is quite a successful time for you because it's a very powerful Viparita yoga. Firstly, it is great for transformational pursuits, and any transformation is painful. The first half could be very challenging, could be tough for you. Eventually, you will rise, you will see success, you're going to smell success. But after considerable amount of challenge, be ready for change, be ready for suddenness in life. If you have interest in astrology, Jyotish, this is an excellent time to learn and pick up these skills. If you have a dog or a pet in your house, this is an excellent time to take care of your stress. Spend a lot of time with your pets in case you have pets during this time. Now, this Mars is going to aspect your 11th house by its 4th special aspect. So, your gains are being protected, your material comfort is being protected, your friends is being protected, and also your interaction with the wider world, your social network. This Mars, this protection is coming from your 3rd house of efforts, valor. So, your valor and efforts and courage is going to play a very important role in your gains. It's a good time to make some gains because Mars is also aspecting your 2nd house, which is a 50% aspect. So, it is going to create some opportunity for wealth, or you could have some sort of increment as far as job is concerned. Also expect some change in your job, change in your work. This could be a new line of work or new project which could be extremely challenging, but you will come out with flying colors during this time. Channelize your Mars, make sure that you exercise, work out each and every day, be change ready. Embrace this change. This is the key message of this transit. Put all your energy, enthusiasm, immerse in this change during this time in order to be successful. Otherwise, you could struggle during this time. So, make the most of the Viparita Raja Yoga during this time, and for this I wish you the very best. Now, let us talk about Sagittarius ascendants. For Sagittarius ascendants, Mars is an important planet. It's your 5th lord and it's your 12th lord. The lord of future, your children, love, your overall progress, positional success. This is where the king sits. It's the Rajya Bhava. Also the lord of losses, expenditure, your sleep, higher self-consciousness, your ability to give, your ability to donate and help others, your bed comforts. It is making a transit in your 7th house of marriage, partnership, relationship, the house of love, peace and also war. It is the Jaya Bhava, those people who are opposite to you. Mars is Maran Karaka in the 7th house. So, therefore, it loses its signification. So, as far as energy is concerned, enthusiasm is concerned, you will have to naturally put in a lot more efforts to work and channelize these fiery energies. You will have to put in extra efforts as far as your future is concerned. So, I would advise you that you start planning your goals for future. Start doing a goal setting exercise as far as your future is concerned. Start helping those who are in need, particularly if you donated hospitals during this time, you could have some relief during this transit. So, Mars's signification is getting lost. The relationship with your younger sibling could impact during this time. Your energy levels could go down during this time. So, make sure you have an active day, you exercise, work out, you eat healthy. Okay, so your eating habits are going to change during this time. So, that is a kind of transformation which you can expect. Thankfully, Mars is aspecting your 10th house by its 4th special aspect. So, your workplace, your job, what you do in life, that is being protected during this time. So, if you were having some workplace related issues, that is going to sort out during this time. Mars is also going to give you a lot of courage on yourself because it has a 7th aspect on your ascendant. So, it is going to bring in some firepower. Make sure that you keep yourself hydrated, you drink liquids, you consume fruits during this time. Okay, particularly pomegranate, eat pomegranate during this time. Mars is also going to be aspecting your 2nd house by its 8th special aspect. So, your wealth is going to protect your job. So, there could be a rise of income, there could be an increment, there could be a new opportunity or an additional source of income during this time, or your family could play a very important role. What you say, what you speak at your workplace will be of most importance in terms of your workplace related growth and success. So, be very conscious of what you speak because that is going to be linked to your overall success and growth. Overall, this is a mixed transit for you and I wish you the very best. Now, let us talk about Capricorn ascendants. For Capricorn ascendants, Mars is the 4th lord and the 11th lord, the lord of happiness, satisfaction, your comfort space, home, mother, your homeland, and also the 11th lord, the lord of gains, your material comfort, material wealth, things that you do in the external world, okay, your elder siblings, your wider social network, your friends. Mars plays a neutral lordship for Capricorn ascendants, and this Mars is making a transit in your 6th house, which is one of the Upachaya bhavas. It indicates growth. This is the house of competition, daily routines, deaths and diseases, health and well-being, your competition, opposition. Mars being a natural malefic does very well in the 6th house because this is the house of growth. So, from that point, this will help you to overcome some opposition. You will face some opposition, you will have to step out of your comfort zone, you will have to try different things. You could expect a change in your job, a new project which is completely different, which is completely new for you. So, this is going to bring in some new experiences, but you will have to deal with opposition. Whether you will be able to win successfully, that depends on your ongoing dasha antardasha. But for this, look up to your Lagna Lord Saturn, do remedies related to Saturn and also Venus during this time. That is going to be extremely helpful. Okay. This Mars is aspecting your 9th house by its 4th special aspect. So, your dharma is being protected, your fortune is being protected. Okay. And this protection is coming from your 1st house where Mars has the 8th special aspect, which means the protection is coming from yourself. Okay. You are going to protect your dharma, your journeys, take up spiritual journeys, go on a journey. So, this also indicates starting of a journey. Get advice of your guru or build healthy relationship, cordial relationship with your father during this time. Mars is also aspecting your 12th house by its 7th aspect, which is only 50%. So, it could bring in some spiritual growth during this time. Your energy and enthusiasm could be put in spiritual activities, but this will help you step out of your comfort zone. Okay. Have a change of job. This could also result in rise of your income or improvement in your financial position. You might have some debt repaying capacity during this time. In case your dasha antardasha is supportive, in case you have some loans, you have some debts, you would be in a position to repay and make some settlement during this time. Overall, I consider this as a progressive and a good transit for you, and I wish you the very best. Now, let us talk about Aquarius ascendants. For Aquarius ascendants, Mars is your 3rd lord and the 10th lord, the lord of valor, courage, efforts, change, younger sibling, your communication, and also the 10th lord. So, Mars becomes an important planet because it rules your karma bhava. the Lord of profession, work, your actions in the society, things that you do to survive and sustain yourself in this world, your progress. It is also the Rajya Bhava, okay, what you do in this world. This Mars is making a transit in your fifth house of mantras, future, children, your overall progress. It is also the wealth house, one of the wealth powers, okay. And this Mars is your 10th lord making a transit in the 5th house, which is creating a nice yoga. So future, as far as workplace is concerned, is quite positive. Expect a change as far as future is concerned in terms of your workplace. So this is the ultimate time, a perfect time to begin a new opportunity. As far as work is concerned, your efforts should be in setting goals for the future. You will have to put in some efforts to deal with your children as well during this time. So there is some karma related to it. In case you have siblings, you might have to spend time in improving relationship with your siblings during this time. Okay. At workplace, there could be support from seniors, people with authority. If you have some government paperwork, you can have some favors from government as well. So anyone who has power, authority could support you during this time. So make sure that you reach out to these people at your workplace, which is your seniors. Even your team members, those who work for you, will be extremely supportive during this time. So you channelize these energies appropriately. Mars is going to be aspecting your 8th house by its 4th aspect. Your transformation is being protected. Any sudden change, that will protect you. Any health related issues, you don't need to be much worried about it. And this protection is coming from your 12th house. Your losses, expenditure. So you will avert losses, you will take care of your expenditure, you will increase your higher self-consciousness, your spirituality, your spiritual gains are going to protect your transformation. Mars is also aspecting your 11th house. So there could be opportunities for recognition, for gains during this time, for positional success. Make sure that you use mantras related to either Mercury or Venus during this time to channelize the energies of Mars positively and appropriately during this time. Overall, it's a positive transit for you and I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Pisces ascendants. For Pisces, Mars is the 2nd lord and the 9th lord. It plays a very important role in wealth and also fortune. This is the lord of wealth, accumulation, your family, your speech, your consumption, food, what you consume, what you store. Also the 9th lord of Bhagya, fortune, long journeys, father or father figure, higher learning, going on journeys, long distance travel. This Mars is making a transit in the 4th house of protection, happiness, your mother, your comfort space, your homeland. Mars is also one of the significators of the 4th house because we see land and bhumi from 4th house, real estates, your house, and Mars is one of the significators of real estates or land. We also see vehicles from the 4th house. Your 2nd lord, 9th lord moving in 4th house is forming a very important yoga during this time, though it is opposite to the house where Mars gains direction strength, which is the 10th house. So you would need extra efforts, you would need to put a lot more efforts to channelize this Mars appropriately. Drink plenty of water, exercise, be very, very active all through the day. One of the important remedies for you could be to work in your kitchen. This is a nice remedy. Eat pomegranate, any red fruit during this time, which will give you excellent results. Declutter your house, your home. Spend all your energy, enthusiasm in cleaning up your house and give away those things that you do not need. Work for dharma, donate in temples during this time, connect with your guru or your mentor or take up a course. This will bring in a lot of mental peace, satisfaction. Take up your hobbies as well also during this time. Connect with your mother. Okay, so these are some of the important aspects. It's giving you a Dhan Yoga during this transit. So you will be in a comfortable position. You could have some new opportunities to create wealth or source of income. Mars is aspecting your 7th house by its 4th aspect. Okay, so your marriage relationship is being protected during this time. Your spouse is being protected. People who are opposite, or even your business, if you have a business, you're into trading or something, that is being protected during this time. And this protection is coming from your 11th house of gains. Okay, this is where Mars has the 8th special aspect, your friends, your wider social network, your material comforts. That is protecting your marriage, your relationship. Mars is also aspecting your 10th house, so it could bring in workplace related change. Put all your energy and enthusiasm there. Step out of your comfort zone, embrace this change, take up a new project, new line of work, try to create a secondary source of income. Overall, it's a mixed transit for you, though Mars is one of the significator, but it's losing direction during this time. It needs to be channelized, work towards your Jupiter, improve your Jupiter, use mantras related to Mars during this time. This is one of the remedies for you, and I wish you the very best. So this was about Mars's transit or Mangal's transit in the Aries sign of Gemini. I hope and believe Mars's transit in the natural third house makes sure that the efforts that we put are directly linked to our growth and success, makes us change ready, and puts all our energy and enthusiasm in communication, in improving our communication. Thank you very much. God bless you all.